What's up, boys? Tonight I want to talk to you about how to handle someone that is disrespecting you. And particularly, I guess, in this instance that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be women disrespecting you. And what I mean by that is when you're romantically involved with a woman and what to do whenever she disrespects you or says something that you don't particularly like. Um, Now, the way I always handle this, and it really depends on the instance, but if a woman says something that I particularly don't agree with or don't like, and it doesn't even have to be something that we're debating about. It could be something as simple as cracking a joke, maybe about something that I don't like to joke around about, you know? So for a lot of guys, I see this happen quite a bit where the woman will crack a joke that's slightly demeaning to the man, right? And in some cases, that's testing your frame. And that's typically really easy to tell whether she's testing your frame or if she's actually just joking. I don't like either, personally. I typically don't really enjoy demeaning humor, even if it's meant to be a joke. I'm on a path, I'm on a trajectory that is strictly upward driven. And so I just don't, there's no reason to joke in a demeaning way, And that's something that's always been a turnoff for me in women. But if a woman jokes with you in a demeaning way, for example, this is how you would handle something like that in a disrespectful situation. You would say, hey, listen, I personally don't joke around like that. If you do, that's fine. I'm not telling you can't. But I personally don't joke around like that. And I need you to stop making those jokes and making those comments if you still want to be around me and you still want this to work. It's going to seem intimidating at first, the idea to say that to a woman that is actually into you and potentially giving you things that you want. Maybe she's sleeping with you. Maybe she's giving you love that you've been searching for a long time. But this is going to be these are proving grounds a bit too, mind you. It's not just about you defending your honor as a person and standing up for yourself and what you believe in and what you want, but it's also proving grounds to test whether or not this woman is going to respect you and fit into your frame as a man. And I like doing this, and I like saying this straight up and straight to their eyes. I like saying, hey, I don't like that shit. And I'm not saying you can't say it, but if you want to keep doing those things, you're going to have to go do it to another guy, because it's not going to be me. I'm not going to be that guy. And I like doing that because if they snap off and respond with something aggressive or furthering the disrespect by saying something that, again, doesn't fit within your frame as a man, then you know exactly what to do. You've just sped up the death rate. That's all. And if they respond positively and say, okay, no worries, I won't. Or it depends. If they laugh it off a little bit, I'm like, oh, okay, we'll see, and then I'll do it again, and we'll see what she says next time if it happens again. But I'll keep a closer eye on it. But if she apologizes or she just says okay and kind of like nods it off, it's a bit awkward after that, especially for her, if she feels like she's done something wrong, which you're telling her she has. So you just need to take that as a sign, okay, she got the message. Let's just keep a closer eye on it, see if it happens again. But this is important, boys, and the reason I'm telling you guys this, the reason I'm making a whole ass video about this is because if you let this go on for too long, it can turn into a real problem and a real issue where there's a huge power differential in the relationship. And if you want to be the guy that sits back and lets the girl dominate, I don't personally think that's the best way to run a relationship. I've heard it works sometimes if the girl is more dominant than the guy and the guy likes that and the girl likes it that way as well. I've heard it can work. I've never seen it, but I personally think the best way is if the man somewhat leads with a frame. That's how I've always seen it to work best. And that's what my dad does right now in his relationship. And him and my mom are very happy people. They're in a very happy relationship, but it's because there's a power differential. And if you boys watch this channel, it's likely that you're like me and you don't want that to get off on the wrong foot, simply because you want the relationship to be healthy and you want the frame very clear. You're not going to put up with certain things. And if she wants to continue doing those things that you're not going to put up with, she can go do it to another guy. And that's that. So that's just the way I handle it. And I figured I'd give you guys that knowledge just because it's been on my mind a little bit today, how I handle disrespectful situations, especially with women. But it goes the same. For friends, family, whatever it may be, you just need to give them a straight up response. Tell them what's on your mind. Tell them that you don't put up with that shit. And if they're going to continue doing it, they can go do it to somebody else. See how they respond, keep a closer eye on it. That's it. I forgot to do the outro yesterday because I changed it. But we are analyzing, we're calculating, and we're executing. That's what we do on this fucking channel. And I'm happy to bring you guys more and more knowledge. Let's go. I'll see you tomorrow. Love you, boys.